So now continents, Mahadweep. There are how many continents? 7 major continents. And these continents, let me show you on the map. So these are the 7 continents which you see in different colors. First one is Asia. In the landmass, in respect of landmass, Zameen, this is the highest, it is the biggest one. And the lowest or the smallest one is the Australia. It's island. It's basically an island. So Asia is I'll tell you about the size also. First is Asia, then Africa, then North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, and then Australia. Right? We will just talk about these in other terms also. Last one is Australia, first one is Asia. Remember that. Right? So these are the different continents, and these continents vary differently according to the climate, according to the population size. And there one more thing. Along with these 7 continents, there are 5 Mahasagar, there are 5 ocean: Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Prashant Mahasagar, Pacific Ocean. Now this is a globe. This is a 3D globe. Now I take you to the back, we give a cut and we open it from the back side. And now it is in plane. But if you are standing here, you are standing here at the same time. These two positions are exactly same because we have just taken the round to a flat surface. Now this is the equator. This is 0 degree latitude, equator. And if you take this, the most part of the land mass is above the equator. So most of the land mass is located in the northern hemisphere. Below you see less. It is, but it is less. So this is Pacific Ocean. This is also Pacific Ocean. So this Pacific Oceans and this, if you see there, the North America, Russia is somewhat related. There is a Bering Strait. I'll talk about that. And then Atlantic Ocean, the busiest ocean of the world. Then we have Indian Ocean. It is on our name, Indian name. And then Arctic Ocean on the North Pole. And on the South Pole we have Southern Ocean. North Pole, Arctic Ocean, Southern Pole, Southern Ocean, just above Antarctic. So this Antarctica is the continent where nobody lives. Nobody lives here. People go for their research, and development. It's very cold. The situation is very difficult to live here. Because this is a pole, and you know that pole doesn't get enough sunlight. That's why they always have glaciers and etc. So one by one we are discussing about the continents. First one is Asia. Asia is the largest continent. It's the largest continent. And if you take all the land mass, 1/3, around 33% of the land mass, Zameen, is in Asia. 33%, around 1/3 is in Asia. Then we have this continent is in Eastern Hemisphere. That is, if you see this prime meridian, which is 0 degree longitude, it is on the right side. So it is on the eastern side of hemisphere. And this is western. So Asia is totally on the eastern hemisphere. Then if you see this, there are imaginary, rekhaएं, we know, imaginary lines. So this is Kark Rekha or Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degree. It passes through Asia. And what are our neighbors? Europe is our neighbor, and we are differentiated by the Ural Mountains. There is a mountain range, and this Ural Mountains has differentiated Europe from Asia, Ural Mountain. And then all these parts, initially all these land masses were one. And because of the changes in the scenarios, and the physical activities, they form different continents. If you're standing right now, everything is moving. You don't feel it, but everything is moving. So Europe and Asia, they are still combined almost, and they are called as Eurasia. Europe plus Asia is Eurasia. Coming to Europe. Europe is a very, very important continent, because the population density is quite high, the place is less, but people live here a lot. And then we have the Asia and Europe, as I said, Asia and Europe, it is divided by Ural Mountains. Then we have 66.5, this is the Arctic Circle. It passes through it. So by three sides, it has sea or ocean, right? One side it is Asia, three-sided, it's water. Europe, three-side, water. Africa is the second largest continent after Asia. Second largest continent after Asia. First one is Asia and second one is Africa. Africa. So this is the second largest continent after Asia. And this is the continent where all the three imaginary lines pass through. This is the only one. So it's a unique thing. So I'll show you what all they are. Before that, let me tell you, this upper area is the hottest part, that is Sahara Desert all over the world. It is the hottest part. If you see the African people, their complexion is black. You know why? Because it's just on the equator and there is a lot of heat above equator, below equator. So that is how the complexion becomes dark, because of the harsh sunlight. And if you see all the sides we have sea. All the four sides, it's sea. If you see on the above side, Mediterranean Sea, Atlantic Sea on the left, Indian Sea on the right, and on the below it is Southern Sea, Dakshin Mahasagar. And one more thing here is Nile, N-I-L-E. Nile is the longest river. There is a difference between longest and largest. Okay, longest means longest, we're talking about the length. And here, longest river of the world, Nile, Nil Nadi, Nile, is in Africa. This is the portion I'm showing you. It's Nile. And what is being asked? First thing is equator. This is at 0 degree latitude. Then we have Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degree. This is Kark Rekha. It also passes through it. Then we have Tropic of Capricorn, Makar Rekha, 23 degree south. And these two are north and south. These three pass through this continent. One more important thing is this is a Guinea. You can say Guinea's Ilaka, you can call it. And here, the 0 degree, this line coming from the prime meridian, which is the 0 degree longitude and 0 degree latitude. This is the place where this 0 degree latitude longitude intersect. So here is a point where we have 0 degree latitude, 0 degree longitude. It's near, you can say near this part of Africa. North America. North America is the third largest continent of the world. North America above, below one is South America. So the above one is North America, and North America is there are two important countries here, very advanced countries, Canada and United States. Canada and United States. And this is the third largest. Asia, Africa, North America. Asia, Africa, North America. North America is the third largest. And one more important thing is because it has a lot of connection with the South America. So it is combined by what? It is combined by Isthmus of Panama. Panama Jal Sandhi. Isthmus of Panama. This portion which I am highlighting is the part of Isthmus of Panama. How these continents are linked, right? Now this North America, on the left it's Prashant Mahasagar, Pacific Ocean. On the right it has Atlantic Ocean. On the top it has Arctic Ocean. So three oceans are there. Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, on the top Arctic Ocean. South America, Dakshin America. Now we have Australia also here. So South America, this most of the portion is in southern hemisphere because equator is here. So equator, the below portion is the southern hemisphere. Above is northern hemisphere. So from equator it's passing almost above part of this South America. So its most landmass is in the Southern America. In Southern America, on the left it's Pacific Ocean, right it has Atlantic Ocean, below it has Southern Ocean. Now the Earth is quite huge. So whenever we talk about some water reservoir or landmass, now this Prashant Mahasagar or Pacific Ocean is very big. So the above portion, above equator, is called as North Pacific Ocean. The below one is called South Pacific Ocean. That is how it's only one. It's only Pacific Ocean. But just because of to learn it better, to say it better, it's North Pacific Ocean and South Pacific Ocean. And the South, the longest mountain range, Andes. Longest mountain range Andes is in South America. It starts from the top, it goes till the end. It's the biggest one, Andes. See, this is the whole range here of Andes. There is no other mountain mountain range larger than this one. Then South America, one more thing is there. It's the largest river we have. It's not the longest, it's the largest, biggest river. Width-wise, you can see, and the content volume of water, it's Amazon. It's Amazon. This Amazon you have heard a lot because this is the oxygen producing area. This is, you can say, the lung of whole world. Lung, it breathes, so we breathe. So this is the Amazon, all Amazon part, right? It's filled with dense forest. Coming to Australia. Australia is an island continent, because just like island, it is all surrounded by water, and here it's in southern hemisphere, totally in southern hemisphere. Below, very, the 0 degree is quite above it, and all the oceans are there. If you say Indian Ocean, sea is there also, Indian Oceans are there also. When we have small reservoir, we call it as sea. When we have very huge water reservoir, it's called as ocean. So this is the difference between, and the sea can be inside a landmass also. Antarctica. Now this is a globe. Now I am telling you to come on the southern portion, southern pole, and in the space, say some height below the southern. So whatever you see here, you are on the South Pole, quite far from here, and whatever you see is this picture. This is the top view from the below part, and this is how you see Antarctica. Antarctica is totally in southern hemisphere. So it is totally in southern hemisphere, and Dakshini Golard you call it. And the South Pole is almost in between this. This is a South Pole. It's an imaginary point, but still it is there inside. And it is always studded with only snow, because the sun energy, sun heat won't be able to come here for long. So it's always only glaciers and snow. So there is no permanent settlement. People don't live here because of the harsh climatic conditions. But people go there for most of the countries they have their earth station, like India have Maitri and Dakshin Gangotri. Maitri and Dakshin Gangotri. Please remember it. Hydrosphere.